Georgia had a scrimmage on Saturday. We are going to talk about some of the stuff that I'm hearing coming from like multiple sources. What I was told is that Josh McCray, who had not been seen when the media saw practice, a couple of Thursdays ago, was back. But McCray was a perhaps brief participant in the scrimmage, most of the time spent doing some conditioning work there on the side. And it sounds like just the overall tone here is working his way back into playing shape. Sounds like Nate Frazier didn't participate much at all. I don't believe that's because of injury, just not necessarily needing to kind of put him out there. You kind of hear Chauncey Bowens had, a pretty good day. A couple of interesting notes on the offense, though. First of all, one of the things that you pretty consistently heard from people who were lucky enough to see this on Saturday, it sounds like Zachariah Branch, the transfer wide receiver, had himself a very good day, was a guy that generated some excitement, and based on the way that chatter seems to be shaping up, really sounds like Branch, and we already know this, but it certainly sounds like Branch is going to be a very big part of this offense here this year. It sounds like Juan Gaston, keep in mind, is only a true freshman. It sounds like Gaston was getting some work with the first team offensive line at right guard during this scrimmage on Saturday. It looks like at the moment here, he could be making his move a bit right now. Of course, people are always going to be curious about quarterbacks after something like this. As I said, Stockton threw a pick. Puglisi, we're told, threw a pick. Maybe not a spectacular day necessarily from any of the quarterbacks, and still clear separation between Gunnar Stockton and certainly Ryan Puglisi as you think about starter and backup. Puglisi working his way towards being the sort of guy they would be okay trusting to go into a football game